Emilio, the honey badger, Urrutia!
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Honey Badger Hour. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Honey Badger Hour podcast. It's your boy, the Badger, and we are back. Thank you guys for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe on the little notification bell below to keep you up to date whenever we have new podcasts, episodes, breakdowns, and reactions, all right? What's going on, y'all? We are in the aftermath of UFC 311, potentially one of the fight cards of the year, okay? Everybody's O had to go, all right? All of our undefeated fighters on the card took an L that night. It ain't easy being greasy. Welcome to the big leagues, boys. The hype train has finished. UFC 311, a.k.a. the hype train is over, boys. Back to the drawing board, regroup, and welcome to the most competitive fighting promotion league in the world. A couple of fight cards got announced, guys, so, man, what's next for Merab Dvalishvili after defeating his biggest adversary up to date? Maybe not his biggest adversary because, Jose Aldo, Henry Cejudo, Peter Yan. I mean, you're talking about defending former champ. You're talking about not only former champions, but you're talking about like a two-time champion, a two-division champ. You got Peter Yan, who's defended his title, won his title. All right, you got Jose Aldo, the reigning defending featherweight king for years. So, I mean, Umar Nurmagomedov, it's funny. I think we all bought the hype. We all got a little bit smokescreen with Khabib in his corner, hyping him up. Not to say that he doesn't warrant that he doesn't warrant all that greatness and all that hype. He's as good as they say he is, 1,000%, guys. Umar Nurmagomedov is the real deal. He said he broke his hand in the first round. Do you guys think the broken hand had anything to do with the fight? I hear a lot of people giving him slack about, oh, you got to eat humble pie, bro. And like I said, a lot of keyboard warriors. It's kind of crazy, right? A lot of people typing hard on the internet right now. Yo, Umar, your broken hands have to do with your cardio, this and that. I was like, listen, bro. I ain't never broke my hand in a fight like that. I've hurt my hands, but never broke. If you guys ain't never broke your hand, there's a lot of comments in that comment section. If those people never broke their hand in their fight, relax, guys, all right? These guys are like, oh, naming other fighters. Yes, it's true. There is guys who fought with broken hands. But every person is different. Every break is different, right? So, you can't be out here making fun of guys or talking bad about guys. But, listen, I even thought it was a closer fight than people were saying, all right? Some people were saying that, I heard some comments were saying that Merab dog walked him. Listen, I mean, for rounds he lost, he didn't take that much damage, okay? So he did hit him, Merab did hit him with some good strikes. When I rewatched the fight, I did notice he hit him with a lot more strikes than I thought. It's just interesting how when you watch a fight, depending on who you want to win is how you can skin the cat, right? Depending on who you're rooting for, it's really hard to watch a fight objectively. I'm trying to do my best now as an analyst, trying to watch fights objectively, but I even still sometimes start leaning towards guys, and when I lean towards a guy, you can find everything they did right, and it's hard to find the guy. To see somebody that you like do something wrong, it's hard sometimes to find their flaws. So that was a great fight. But we got some bangers announced, guys. We got some bangers announced, okay? A lot to get into today, so let's just get right into it. We got Magomed. Oh my God, these names, guys. The more these Russian fighters get better, the more these Dagestan fighters get better, the better we got to get better with these name pronunciations. Okay, here we go. Magomed Ankalaev, all right, is a real force to be reckoned with, guys. They just got announced Magomed Ankalaev is taking on Alex Pereira for UFC 313 in the main event, all right? And then in the co-main event, we got a real banger, potential fight of the year, Justin the highlight reel Gaethje versus Dan Hangman Hooker. That sounds like a damn horror movie. Are you kidding me? We got the Hangman taking on the highlight reel. You know that's going to be ridiculously insane. And then to top it off with the main event, you got a super high-level fight on Magomed Ankalaev is no joke, guys. I just finished watching a few of his fights. All right? He is super, he's not the fastest striker, but he definitely seems like a striker. So I know he's like a Dagestan guy, but I haven't seen too much of his wrestling, to be fair, guys. But This guy likes to strike. He likes to stick and move. All right. He is very patient, very precise. Not the fastest. I feel like he's a little slow in and out, but the guy is very, very patient. And man, this is going to be a tough matchup for Alex Pereira, because I think if he wants to, he can take it to the ground. But don't sleep on Alex Pereira, guys. Listen, all this time that Alex Pereira's been champ, people act like he ain't been wrestling every day. I hope he has, right? Because his division doesn't have a lot of wrestlers right now, so he's been kind of in a good spot, especially with his last few matchups, right? But I hope he's been wrestling every day, getting ready for the guy who can try to take him down, because anybody who fights Alex Pereira is going to want to take him down. You would think that would be the number one key to success. I mean, Khalil Roundtree obliged to strike with him, but Khalil Roundtree also said that he never shot a takedown in his MMA career, and he was going to start in his first pay-per-view. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think Ankalaev has a chance against the reigning defending champ right now, the light heavyweight king, Alex Pereira, who is a striker and has not fought a strong grappler in a while and has been held down before? So it's going to be an interesting one, guys. But let me tell you something. Ankalaev is no joke, all right? He has been submitted by Paul Craig, all right? So that just goes to show you that he can get caught slipping. And Alex Pereira is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under Glover Teixeira. And Alex Pereira is Brazilian, guys. He grew up in Brazil, lived there. You act like he hasn't been rolling with the best jiu-jitsu fighters in the world since the very beginning, okay? I always had a joke that if the guys are from Brazil, even if they're Muay Thai fighters and strikers, they're still automatic blue belts just being from Brazil, okay? It's like being a wrestler from Dagestan. So don't sleep on... I think Alex Pereira might have some tricks up his sleeve when it comes to the submission game, guys, straight up. So let's see. But listen, if you haven't seen Ankalaev fight, it's a tall order, guys. It takes a little bit of... sophisticated eyes, okay, because he's very slow, he's very methodical, but if you can watch it, if you like the exciting knockouts and back and forth fights, maybe Ankalaev's not going to be your guy to watch. But let me tell you something, he's like your typical Russian fighter. Like, this guy he's never out of position. He's always in position. He's got good kicks, he's light on his feet, and he's got good power, okay? And when he finishes, he's very precise with his strikes, and he's a southpaw, so southpaws are always hard to deal with. And he throws a very nice straight left, taking his head off the center line. Boom. Okay, so I was just watching a few of his fights, and he was catching everybody, all the orthodox fighters that he was fighting. He's able to take his head off the center line and drop that left hand straight down the pipe. So, clean striker, guys. Very clean and super, super patient, what I noticed with Ankalaev. So, I think a lot of guys, when they fight, that's another thing that makes Pereira so great too, right? Pereira's very patient. He knows when to strike. Pereira seems to always know when to turn it on. He knows how to make guys tired and make them kind of lure them into his game. And Ankalaev, I've noticed, has a very similar style. So this is going to be an interesting chess match when these guys face together. I wonder if Ankalaev is going to try and shoot on Pereira, or if he's going to play the striking game. He might try to play the striking game because he is a natural 205er, and he's been in 205. Well, he actually comes from middleweight also, I believe. I'm not sure where that Paul Craig came down or not, guys, to be fair. So, but man, Ankalaev, no joke, 20 and 1, all right, and he's young, 32 years old, okay? Alex Pereira's trying to push it a little bit. Let's see, let's check Alex Pereira's age real quick one time, guys. We got my man, Poatan. I just clicked something by accident. I know Alex Pereira's a little bit older. Oh, man. 37 years old versus 32. And Ankalaev's got almost a double the fights that Pereira has. But so does Izzy. So does a lot of the guys he's fought, right? So does Yuri. But let me tell you guys, it's not an easy fight for Pereira. He's on top right now. Pereira's the man. But I just hope he's not training too crazy, because you see this guy going to war with these boxers in Korea. He's always sparring. He's always in the PI getting after it. But there's a good and bad to that, right? I hope he's not taking too much damage, because he is a little bit older. But, maybe that's just a mind thing, right? Like, you don't even put that energy out there, and you don't even believe that thing exists, and maybe it doesn't in your head, right? Like, maybe that taking damage in the gym, for him, it's just probably that, and he's just getting better, So it's like two ways to look at hard training, right, guys? Some people look at hard training like, oh, these guys are damaging their chin, and they're getting injured in the gym. And then some guys look at it like, yo, this guy's always ready, always fighting. Stay ready, you never got to get ready. Poatan jumps off the plane in Korea and starts battling it out with Korean boxers and going toe-to-toe with these guys. 3-minute rounds. It's got to be jet lagged. Who knows where he's flying from? I mean, is he flying from Brazil to Korea, training with these guys? So you always see Poatan working. Even when he's in Vegas, he's training at the PI. So I assume Pereira's going to be in great shape, all right? But they did a bust move. Oh, guys, one thing they did do for Ankalaev, and we're going to see, I wonder if they put this fight during Ramadan. So is Ankalaev, oh, you see that, guys? Smart, very smart. That's a championship move right there. He's gonna have him fight in Ramadan, guys. What do you think about that? Do you think, I wonder if Ankalaev is gonna, I would love to get an interview with him. I wonder if Ankalaev is gonna fast and training camp during fasting, or if he's gonna take off, because I think sometimes in the religion of Islam, I believe that you can take, if something is going on, you can redo your Ramadan and you can do your fasting later on in the year. Like, you can make up for it. I think so. I believe so. But I did have a Muslim fighter one time in Singapore, my brother Shafiq. Okay, he was fighting and he ended up doing his training camp during Ramadan, but he would be fasting until sundown, and he would train like at 4 p.m. and then he would relax, wait, and then he would eat break fast, like when the sun came down around 5:30, 6, and then he would wait a little bit, and then he would train again at 8 o'clock at night. So my student was able to still train 2 days a week, 2 times a day for his MMA fight, but his MMA fight was right in the smack middle of Ramadan. And then Ramadan broke, I think, a week, and then he fought a week after Ramadan. So it's messed up, because when the last day of Ramadan on Eid Mubarak, I think he had to, he was cutting weight for his fight, so he couldn't really splurge out and go too crazy, but he did do training camp in Ramadan, so it's not impossible, but for sure, if you're an athlete, you'd rather not, right? You'd rather not fight during that time. So I don't know if Alex Pereira specifically said, hey, I'm going to fight a Dagestan guy. I'm going to fight him, boom, right smack in the middle, maybe try to play some mental warfare, or if it was just coincidence. But I know that's why Umar and Islam wanted to fight in January, because they wanted to fight before Ramadan. So that's big for a lot of these fighters from that area. So anyways, guys, what do you think? Do you think Alex Pereira has a chance taking on? Do you think Alex Pereira will... Man, this guy has never been finished. He's never been knocked out. The only thing that makes you think twice about Ankalaev is that he had that crazy fight against Jan Blachowicz, which was a split decision. It was a decision draw. Oh, no, sorry. It was a split draw. So it was like super boring fight. And it was just like, Ankalaev has no problem having the boringest fight ever. Like, this guy is not worried about no fan favorite. He's not worried about being a fan favorite. He does not get influenced by the crowd. You can boo. You can do whatever you want. You can throw tomatoes at these guys. He will not change his game. So it's interesting to see this style play out, because there's two fighters that are both very patient and kind of wait for the guy to attack. So not gonna front, guys. This has all the makings for like a very, very boring fight until there's a knockout. So this fight could be nothing for 4 rounds, and then boom, a knockout. Now, if Ankalaev decides to fight his fight, which is similar to the Pereira fight, you're not gonna worry about these guys gassing out, because you're probably just gonna be exchanging blow for blow, tit for tat, until somebody lands that one big strike. So I wonder. Alex Pereira should be the favorite because he's the champion, of course. Right? And I mean, if you're the champion of the division, how are you not, like, I think I'm done this year. I'm done going against the champ, guys, even though it might happen 2 more times. I said I was done voting. I said I was done betting against Marab or picking against Marab. And I was done picking against, who was the other person? I had somebody else that I said I wasn't going to. Yeah, so I wasn't going to bet against Marab, but there is 2 champions this year when they fight that I still will go against, because I do believe the Volkanovski can retain his title, and I still believe that Peter Yan can still retain his title against those 2 matches. So we're not going to say never, but Alex Pereira is the champ, so he should be the favorite. He's the knockout machine, but he hasn't fought a wrestler in a while. But Ankalaev is a Russian guy, but don't get it twisted, guys. He's a Dagestan Russian cat, but he is not a wrestler. Okay, he is a striker. I don't know if maybe I'm not. I gotta watch some more fights of his, but let me know if I'm wrong, guys. I could be speaking out of my butt, but I'm pretty sure Ankalaev likes to strike. All right, from all the fights that I've seen, he's always on his feet. So it's gonna be a banger fight. Cannot wait, guys. Keep me posted, man. Comment below, who do you think you got in this fight? Do you think that we got a new champion and that another fighter from the Caucasus region becomes champion and reigns supreme over the UFC? Or do you think Alex Pereira, the Brazilian superstar Poatan, the knockout artist, will continue his reign at 205 pounds, stating a claim from one of the best 205ers in the game? A division that has been a division that was held by John Jones for, I don't know if it was, I want to say a surplus of within 10, for sure, I want to say 10 years, man. So Anyways, guys, let me know what you think below. Who do you got on this one? Ankalaev or Pereira? As the fight gets closer, we'll break them down more, and maybe we'll start looking at some striking matches between the both of them so we could see who fares better. Anyways, guys, keep me posted. Let me know in the comments below right there. Honey Badger Hour. We are out.